Hello, candidate, and welcome to the final test that'll determine whether you're fit for your dream career. Okay, let's get started. Now, what certification are you testing for? Well, I want to teach younger kids, so kindergarten through 8th grade. Got it. And what are you specializing in? Early childhood. So infants through 3rd grade. So it looks like you'll be certified to teach reading, writing, math, science, social studies, art, music, PE, and technology in a self-contained classroom. I'm just going to ask you some questions about each subject to make sure that you have the knowledge needed so you don't ruin the education of any students that come along your way. You need a minimum score of 220 to pass. Sound good? Sure. Question 1. On the morning of February 2nd, 1845, what did Queen Victoria eat for breakfast? What? On the morning of February 2nd, 1845, what did Queen Victoria eat for breakfast? Why do I need to know this? Do you want to fail your students? Excuse me? If you don't know your history, how are you going to teach your students? And if your students don't learn, they're going to come out of the system uneducated, which will limit their opportunities later in life, which will in turn limit their children's opportunities in life, resulting in a cycle of generational trauma. Do you want to be single-handedly responsible for that? No. Then get the question right. A toast with a spot of tea. Question 1. What is the only rock that floats? Rocks don't float. Question 2. How many electrons does a hydrogen atom have? I just want to teach kindergarten. What the heck are these questions? Question 3. What would you call a hypothetical string theory weightless particle? No, I don't speak Greek. Question 1. If 3/4 times x squared plus the absolute power of negative 500 equals the square root of 2.96 minus 8 to the power of 11, solve for x. What, are they learning calculus in kindergarten now? Give it time and they will be. Okay, I think I know language arts pretty well. It's reading and writing. It's the main thing I'll be teaching in kindergarten. In what year did Rosemary Tonks publish her first poem? Good news, you're getting close to the end. I bet you're grateful for all that studying you did in your teacher prep. Literally none of your questions have had anything to do with teaching so far. Oh, don't worry. We're going to do some classroom scenario questions now that I think will be right up your alley. Finally, question 1. You're teaching a phonics lesson and you notice that Jill is struggling to sound out a word. Which of the following do you do? A. Go beside her and give her some support. B. Remind her that it's okay to make mistakes and to try her best. C. Plan to pull her for small group instruction later that day. Or D. Continue to monitor her progress. I would do all of those things. You must choose one answer. I'm about to punch a hole through your screen right now. Question 2. You're teaching a math lesson and, unbeknownst to you, a student has been breeding snakes in his basement, and today he smuggled them into the school without anyone noticing. He then releases them all over the classroom, causing all your students to run and scream in a panic, and in the process, one of them knocks over a lamp which sets the school on fire, and then the alarm goes off stating that the school is going into lockdown. What would you do? You're telling me that you're not prepared for that? Do you even care about the safety of your students? Right now, it's your safety I'm worried about. And congratulations, you made it all the way through the test. Have a great rest of your day. Wait, what's my score? What? What's my score? What score? You said at the beginning of this test that I needed a score of 220 to pass. And I want a number that shows the amount of points I got so I know if I got enough to pass the test. Oh, I don't know what that number is. What do you mean you don't know? We don't tell you what your score is unless you fail the test. You don't tell me unless I fail. Wait, so if I don't get a score, that means I passed the test? Maybe. What do you mean, maybe? Well, here's a paper saying I think you probably passed, but we won't know for sure until it gets reviewed. You're literally a computer with a built-in calculator. Why can't you calculate my score and give it to me right now? Because, and if you don't pass, you'll need to come back and just stop right there and don't say another word. Because if I find out that I failed this test and I have to pay $50 to come back and go through all this torture again, I will bring a screwdriver with me and I will unscrew every single component of your hardware slowly until you are nothing but a heap of tech junk. Is that really what you want? Either way, you'll need to take another test because you're specializing in early childhood. Ugh.